Right, welcome back, to another episode of the third age of Total War, the Fight and Conquer Rohan mod. Well, Rohan campaign. Right, welcome you back. This is my third time recording the audio here. First time I was tired and majority of it was me just yawning and rambling while slowly falling asleep while playing the game. So, I've covered that. The second bit of audio kind of didn't go as well either. So, hopefully, this one's going to be better. Now, first things first, right? Our Parliament, right, not Prime Minister, our Parliament, right, in the UK, came out, right, with news, right, stating, right, that they fucked up, as well as the police fucked up, about immigration, right, and a bunch of rape gangs, right? That should be fine. Right, rape gangs, right, were spotted, reported on, and dismissed in the UK. A lot of them got dismissed, right, because of the race of the people, which they state in this video that was predominantly men, right? Pardon me, men of Pakistani heritage. Now, I hope that the numbers aren't as high, right? I hope the numbers aren't high because, like, it's not right just to dump all Palestinian men right into the fact, right? It's like, oh, they're all right part, right, of some rape gang or anything like that, right? Because some might be, some might not be, right? It's not always going to be the same, you know? You can't always say, right, that every Muslim's a terrorist, because some aren't, you know? I've met a few Muslims, the whole decent fucking people as far as I'm aware. You know, it's like there's a lassie that I work with who, one of her friends, I'm sure she's Muslim, right? Just assuming here. But she seems like a nice enough lassie, right, you know? So, like, not everybody's a terrorist that worships Muslim, right?
Yes.
That is Muslim, right? And that's the same way as not every Palestinian man is, or anybody of a Palestinian heritage, is a part of these rape gangs. Now, there was a case where a 12-year-old lassie, gang raped at the age of just 12 by an illegal immigrant.
Your orders, my lord.
Honor.
Sorry, just gotta rewatch this quickly. Because
My lord.
right, the police found her by being abused, right, by an illegal immigrant.
My lord. Yes. Joining forces, my lord.
Right. Instead of arresting the illegal immigrant, the police arrested the victim, the lassie that was being raped. So, what the fuck is happening with the police? Right? By all means, I've reported on. I think I've spoke about the police right on a video before, and if I haven't, the police set up a campaign in the UK that stated if you're a white person and you want to be in the police, you're going to get passed over for people of different heritage, right? Whether it's black, Palestinian, you know, African. If you're anything but white, you'll move in front of the of somebody who's white who wants to go in. Now, I am pretty much 100% sure in the UK, right, that there is a majority of the UK population that is white. Percentage of white people in the UK. Alright. In 2021, right, 82% of the population in England and Wales identifies as white. This includes 74 who identify as white English, Welsh, Scottish, Northern Irish, or British.
Yes.
6.2 who identify as white other. Right?
I shall continue tomorrow.
So this states that 18% rate of everybody who lives in the UK in 2021 belongs to a black, Asian, or mixed or other ethnic group, right? According to 2021 census census
Your
data,
orders,
right?
my lord.
I'm gonna stick you.
So
Yes.
that
Making
means,
camp here.
well,
We
means
shall continue tomorrow.
population
Yes, my lord.
of people in the UK. UK is 68.35 million people in the UK, right? So if we go for, what was it, 18% of that, so 68.35.
My lord. Your will, my lord. By your command.
Yeah, okay, so divide that by 100 to get a percentage, times that by 18. So out of the 68.35 million people, 12 million of them could potentially go into the police, right? Because they are of different colour. Problem is, right? Problem is, the police are being defunded as much as the police right over in America were, right? So nobody wants to go into the police, right? Nobody wants to go into the police. And that's just the way everything is. I mean, nobody wants to work for the police because you can't have a job right in the police, because every police station's getting shut down, getting renovated into something else. You know, you can't do anything now. Well, the police can't do anything, right? If you report to them that somebody of colour, right, has done something to you, you're the racist one, right? Everything's fucked up. And everything will be fucked up for a long time, because it's going to take a while for this country, right, to get back on track, right? Like, I've definitely spoke about this one once, right?
Your orders.
During the World Cup, we got told we weren't allowed to fly the British flag, or the Union Jack, because it made other people from different countries who came and moved to the UK. I'm not sure if they were legally moved in or if they were immigrants, but apparently they were offended that people were flying their own country's flag and not their country. So bars, pubs and all that got told that they had to remove the English flag from the bunch of flags that they were flying, because it was the World Cup. So they had every country right flag that they could get, right, flying, you know, just little flags, right, made the place look nice.
Have a taste of my
But
blade.
according to the news and the government, it offended people. I was like, what? Like, I'm not going to go over to France and demand that the French government fly the Union Jack, right? Or the English flag, right? I'm not going to do that, right? I'm not going to move over to America and demand that they fly with the English flag as well. You know, it's like, no, right? If I've moved to a different country, I will fly my flag, right? But I'm not going to force other people to fly my flag, or tell them that they can't fly, right, the United States flag or the French flag, right, or any other country's flag, because of I don't like I think you should be flying my flag. It offends me because I'm not in my home country, so I'm surrounded by French flags or American flags, you know? No, but, like, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But you can't force that onto other people
Must make a stand.
just because you moved
We
into
are
their country.
besieged.
Right? It's the same way why I don't like, right, people in America burning down the American flag. Like, especially youngins, right, burning the fucking American flag, right? Slap the shit out of those youngins. But I'm getting off topic here, like always. Now, I am going to quickly get back onto that, right? Now, I watched Asmongold's video, right, on the pallet edition, right, thing, which will be left in. I will leave the link of it right down below. And legit, it just gets worse and worse, right, the more you watch it, from what I've stated, right? So, I'm going to let you watch it. I'm going to mention something to prove No, that's not really the proof. You read? Oh, right. I watched a video recently from Asmongold again
Stick you.
that
Your
showed
orders, my lord.
people
Shall
running into
engage.
a university. I think it was like a Colombian university, right, or something like that. Let's see if I can find it. Just so I've got it saved somewhere. No, that's not it. No. I swear unless it was an older video. It might have been an older video, right? I'm pretty sure. Looking.
Yes, my lord.
Mr.
With
fucking
honor
Foheed right
to
out here,
battle.
right, was the one that I watched it on. Well, I'll find this video right
tower
anyway,
will keep
right?
vigil over the
But
lands.
it was pretty much, it was a bunch of people ran into a fucking raid university, started shouting and all that, wearing balaclavas and all that, right, to stop people from knowing who they were. No, that's the problem, right? But they forced them ways into this library, started causing a commotion in this library, distracting people right during finals week, and fucked everybody over. So so they pretty much locked them inside this place, told them if they wanted to let out, they had to provide ID, and because you're allowed into the library if you are like a member of the college campus, right, or university campus, right, whatever you call it over there in America, right. So like that I understand, because if you're not from there, why the fuck are you in there? So they did that.
Your orders,
And people
my
were
lord.
banging on the doors, right, telling them to pull the fire alarm out because I had to get them all out. And I was like, not really. Just means that you're gonna fuck up a bit.
Yes, my lord.
But
As you command, we shall prevail.
My lord. Your orders, my lord.
but I know. So
To battle.
honestly, everything is fucked up,
Watching from the shadows.
and
Yes,
it shouldn't be this bad.
As you command.
I really don't
We
think it
shall
should be this bad,
prevail.
but unfortunately it is. Oh, can I not find it? Was it not on this guy? Oh no, I don't think it was. That's been gold. It's probably from somebody else. Decoy voice, I think. Voice. If it wasn't him, right, it was.
Attack!
Ah, yes. Yeah, decoy voice, right. I'll link a video right for him down below as well. Because he turns around right and states, oh yeah, look, they get locked in, they pull the fire alarm to get let out, and that doesn't work for them. They ended up getting bloody. I think they get arrested, right, because a lot of them aren't. But they start like shouting and propagating like propaganda, right? Like fucking Hamas propaganda, which is a no-no. But they wear balaclavas on their head, right? Over here in the UK, there was because we got took over. Well, we had a football club took over, Newcastle, I believe it was. Take over. Right.
Excellent! Our spy
aye.
has opened
So,
the gates.
In
Let's be
2021,
done with this
Newcastle
wretched siege.
United Football Club got took over by a bunch of people from Saudi Arabia. People in Newcastle, from what I was told, because I got told from a member from a lad that I work with, who is a football fan, that a bunch of the fans wore tea towels on their head. Aye. Right, except Newcastle United, right, asks fans to stop wearing traditional Arabic clothing and Middle East inspired head coverings at matches. You know, they're not doing it to be racist. They are doing it, right, because they are happy with the direction that they're going, right? As soon as the takeover was announced, right, almost a fortnight ago, this article was 21st of October 2021. Fans turned, right, tea towels into head coverings as they congregated, right, in their thousands around St Giles Park. Most supporters wore head coverings and robes, right, for their first home game on the new ownership, right, against Tottenham's Hotspur, right, on Sunday. In a statement, the club said no one among the new ownership group, right, was in any way offended by the entire band of the fans who chose to celebrate in this way. It was a gesture that was acknowledged, right, as positive and welcoming in this instant. However, there remains the possibility that dressing this way, right, is culturally improper and the risks cause offence to others, right? Now, the Saudi people that took over didn't care that they came dressed up, right, in like Middle East inspired, right, like clothing and traditional Arabic clothing, because the fans were there, right, celebrating the fact, right, that the place got took over. Why can't we have that same fucking shit? Why can't, like, America be this time, you know? Like, a lot of America is. It's just fucking the youngins, right, that seem to be wanting to pass off, right, like traitorous propaganda, and then that just fucks everybody over. Right, and now I'm gonna get back to this battle, because I kind of toggled over this right for a while now. Right, so I will then see you in a moment. Right, so this battle, right, I just talked over it, a lot of it, right. It's very simple. I did fuck up a lot, right, on the placement, thinking that I could surround them. Obviously, they didn't like that idea and sallied out. Now, I am going to lose a lot of people in this altercation. I probably couldn't have done this better if I had all my guys right out front with us, but it is what it is, you know. You win some, you lose some. Now, I'm gonna keep attempting to do what I can with this, but as you can see, they really haven't left a lot. Well, I haven't really left a lot of room, right, for us to be able to do cycle charges, which is kind of a shame. But we are winning this fight, right? And I've got me archers picking whatever targets, right, they can successfully, which is grand. But it's a bit of a faff on, right? Yeah, no. My entire idea here, right, is just to cycle charge as much as possible into these guys. Do as much damage as I can. Pull them out, keep doing that, right? Same with any of me Rohan battles. And let me village guys hold them for as long as possible. And me peasant militia, which are doing well against people, right, that are great against armor than the Raxes, so they're already winning against spears. You know, because like in every game, spears are mostly there as a defensive unit. A unit that will hold the ground. Well, I mean, cell swords are probably the ones, right, doing most of the damage. Like, by all means, that peasant militia group was getting attacked by two different groups. Which you can clearly see. Right, we've got some Orc defenders as well as the Orc Reavers attacking.
They have lost half their men.
But it was a decent battle. I lost a handful of them. But once again, you win some, you lose some, right? This one, I am winning, which is very thankful. But a lot of this I'm probably just going to speed up because it's just grinding right through them. Don't really lose much, it's just a lot of cycle charging here. So I will be back in a moment. Right, welcome back. This is getting back into this. Fast forwarded quite a bit here, and just pretty much got our guys right charging in from all three sides, but did allow our guys right to rest quite a bit. Obviously, it wasn't enough right because the militia were the militia spearmen were very tired again. They were just tired right when I decided to charge them in, but they must have just hit that. But we've got archers coming in from the back, we've got cell swordsmen and the militia. We've got a general just charging in when he can. He goes in, he takes out like 1 or 2 people, you know, or he wounds them at least, and then he leaves. But it's a weird one, this, right? Oh shit, left me come downstairs. Now look, we'll get a nice charge in some. Now, was it this? Maybe the next charge. We somehow get a charge off. Right. I'm not entirely sure how, but we managed to get a charge off. And it's great. I think it's this one. I think they actually charge. Like, they put down their spears, and they pick up the speed. No, we do get a charge off. I remember we're getting the charge off because I was surprised by it, because I didn't think that we would. Look, this battle took fucking ages, right? It really did. So I was even fast forwarding it. Ah, look, there's the charge. I told you we got a charge off, and we fucking wipe out a lot of them. But it is what it is.
Like this, we will smash the enemy.
Some of the sounds might be slightly off, but we'll deal with that when it comes to it.
Force remains.
Ah, shit. Should have started a new recording. Oh well. I've got more editing to do after this. But yeah, no, it's the battle's going quite well. We've won this pretty much, right? 13 left. We've won this, right? Okay, so I'm going to stop this and come back when we are finish this. Good. Right, so look, we won that battle. Like I stated that we would.
Glory, honor,
We ended up killing the Island God leader.
my lord.
I didn't realize
Courage
that.
and honor have conquered.
You know, so that's even better for us. But we'll carry on. We'll try to retrain right who we can. You know, it is what it is at the end of the day. What else did I have to speak about? I like I do like Asmongold, right? Because of, like, he waits until he gives his opinion, right, on certain things that are happening, right? And I like to hear different people's opinions. I don't always agree with things that he states. I don't always agree with everything. I don't always agree with him, and I agree on some. It's the same with Trump. It was the same with Biden. I agreed on some of the things. I disagreed on some of the other things, right? Same with my Prime Minister, right? He's a fucking idiot, right? So I just disagree with all of him. But I don't always just watch him. I watch LFR Jojo, who normally covers content with Charlie Kirk, and I'm going around to like the college campuses and university campuses, right, and talking to the students. I watch Decoy Voice, which Asmongold Ray watches a few of his things. I watch a gentleman called Edimon and I think it was Nirion, because they both give me a bit of information about how they feel right about everything. And look at this, we're going straight back into another battle. Oh yeah, it was this one. This one wasn't it wasn't as bad as I originally expected. So I will be back when we get into the video, into the battle. Right, we are back, and here we go. I will apologize, right, if any of the audio is messed up. I will try to sort this out. But having to rewatch all my entire video, so you're just not left with just a bunch of black noise, right? In this plan, I've got my archers where they need to be. I'm sticking Western defenders down. Like always, they are going to follow right the same plan that I always do with them. They want to charge out and delay them as much as possible. I've got my skirmish cav, which their entire job is solely to by the way, hey, excuse me, sorry. That was pretty much what all my video was, right, from the audio last night. I'm still tired. Didn't finish my cuppa. But you know, my entire plan, right, is to stick all the archers on the wall. And give us a moment.
Have an arrow ready. Use whatever weapons you can muster. Move out! Move out! Friends, move out! March! Forward! Move out! Use whatever weapons you can muster. Men of Rohan, we are called to war! We are called to war! Gather your weapons!
Hey, look, here's where the fight goes down, right? All those guys are firing like I wanted them to be. I need the cav to come out here. Right. Hey. Stop. Bloody hell. Don't normally just fucking cleans himself right like that. Like there's no fucking tomorrow right on the night time. So we can do it during the day as well. But no, legit, my plan is have the cav do as enough damage rate to these guys as possible. As you see, like one of those guys is already bloodied. Legit. All we're doing, stopping people right from being able to stopping people right from getting to me walls. Now, I don't fully succeed in that completely. I do end up letting a handful of them get to the walls, which you'll see shortly. Really do not like this post-battle, right, like evaluation that I'm gonna give myself. It's really fucking annoying. as you can see, we've got archers firing them. Stupidly me. Right, pull out. Yeah. We will lose a lot of the cav. Right. But we have got people shooting at them. You know, like we've got archers shooting at them. I've got me Javies right shooting at them. I've got me Western defenders holding the fucking line as best as they can. But these Javies do very well against them, which is I am very, very fucking glad about. Because look, boom.
Good tidings. The enemy general.
But that was over by archer fire. But you have one running amok. Look, charges into one. One guy. That's all he does. Charges in one guy.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Alright, do apologise about the dogs barking there. But it is what it is when you've got two fucking big ass dogs that jump at shadows. But yeah, no, so we are hoping that everything goes right in this battle. Hey, look, this is pretty much ran out of Javies. I've just got a cycle charge now. I don't really want to risk anybody else going out because there's not really a lot to shoot at. You know, we're shooting down the trolls in the moment. You know, got with cav raid charging in and out.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
And of course
They have lost half their men.
we do have a host. And some lancers right coming around. I think they're just Rohirrim there, cav. But we've got them coming out because they've got lancers and all that, and they can do a lot more damage charging in than me skirmishers can. Honestly, this battle, I was dreading this battle. Just because of the great beasts and the trolls. Those are the things right, that I despised the most. Like, the halberds. Halberds were scary. But I could deal with the halberds. It was the trolls and the great beasts. Like, once again, you've seen in the Gondor campaign, right, if you watch that, how much those great beasts cause damage to her. Now, I don't want to see that again. That unfortunately, Gondor, as far as I'm aware, doesn't have any like Javikav. They are just all about heavy knights. You know, whether that's on foot or on the back of a horse. It's all about the heavy knights. And that is just how everything goes.
Like this,
look, we're doing well there. 31% lost, 68% of the enemy gone. Right there. Now here's the fun part of running people off and running people on. I've got to try to keep the cav away right from everybody.
The enemy siege tower has reached our walls.
But man, those orc maulers must have got some other upgrades. Ooh, do apologise about that. Like I said, I originally recorded this. Well, I recorded the footage right at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Now I could have done what YouTuber that I watch, right, that does Total War videos, right, especially 30H Total War videos, right, Izzy, right, he recorded a video and his audio, right, was messed up. See, this is what I hate about the trolls. They class as infantry so they can climb ladders and stuff like that. I don't like that. But I know, right, he reported that he lost the audio rate for one of his episodes.
In our favor. Victory will be ours.
So he didn't upload that video because he didn't want to do what I'm doing now, having to dub over the entire video and try to keep it entertaining. I don't even think I'm entertaining at the best of fucking times. So I feel sorry for yous, mostly because yous are gonna listen to this shit. I don't, and I've probably 100% fucked up the timing quite a bit on this audio. So I'm gonna have to make 2 attempts. I'm gonna have to listen to. I'm gonna have to watch this with the original audio, which I stop speaking a lot of the time like I normally do. Or I'm gonna have to listen to this audio and see how I feel about it with me speaking over. Now, I think I've spoke about everything that I wanted to speak about. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe because I had to go away, right? I started recording this at around 4 o'clock. And then I had to, like, I got roughly about 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in before I had to stop.
The enemy have the walls.
My ma rang in, so I had to answer my phone call, and then I had to babysit my niece. Right, for like, the last hour. Just trying to, trying to remember what I've already spoke about, or what I originally planned to speak about. Is a little bit hard. Especially when I'm not entirely sure what I was speaking about in the first place.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Now for Rant. Now for Rant.
Bloody hell. Oh yeah, like, the trolls just ended up getting everywhere. It was such a pain in the ass. I think there's a few fights right in this episode. Well, a few battles anyway in this episode. I can't guarantee you that there are any good, but I'm sure that there's a handful of fights.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
But everything it is as everything is. Yeah, no, I think I've spoke about everything I wanted to speak about, and that's sad considering I still got about another 20 minutes. Also, so I'm gonna fast forward this bit for a bit, and I will catch you in a moment. So obviously, as you can see, we won that battle. I wouldn't say very easily, there was a few complications and all that through it, but it is what it is. Let's see, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, what took us so long? That was like one that siege against us, then we got this one, which I think is we handled it roughly in the same way. So give us a moment, I'll be back, and if we handle it pretty much like we do always, send Cav out, charge him in the back, send Cav out, charge him in the back, you know, if we do it roughly the same like that, I will skip this battle out. So, like I said, I'll catch you in a moment once I figure out how this battle went. Right, so as you can see, we won that. We didn't capture many prisoners, and it was pretty much exactly like how we've always been doing them. You know, I think the only thing that I really did differently was, what ended up, the last of the fight rate ended up being up on the walls. They had like a few Woga cav that was a bit of an issue for. They ended up kind of causing a bit of causing a lot of casualties towards one of the cav that I was using as for cycle charges. Other than that, I just charged into them, peppered them with arrows, and sent out 3 different units right to stall them outside. Other than that, didn't do much. This is the Paul Turner Guild raid. Is a simple establishment raid made right to like bringing all the fighters troops together. You know, increases the better weapons. It mostly operates with spears, as the name suggests. But the guild also works with to better the quality of the swords and the axes of people around there. So it just makes everybody in Karas there have better weapons. If I retrained them and I had the money ready to retrain them. But, you know, I'm slowly getting more money on this. I'm sorting things out. Like, I sat and read through this. It's a brief description. Not well, I did read this out, so I'm going to have to read this out for you, right? Although the 7 clans raid of Edwith may ruled in unison raid from the clan Moot raid at Alfcut, aided by the guidance raid of Dubshite. Each clan has their own clan seat elsewhere that their ancestral home and centre of power. This region raid holds one of the clan seats. This clan seat raid is an ancestral home raid of the Kafi clan raid, one of the elder clans raid of Edawith. They are simply hunters raid who make their living among the plains and the forests, leading the semi-nomadic lifestyle across all of Edawith. Although it is said that the clan seat once lay right in the north, it now lies on the lonely plains raid of Karas. Born in the lands raid of the Dunedin, and despite the raid of simplicity, they are among the eldest clans and have preserved raid through many times in strife raid of war. Some among them claim that they trace their lineage to the days before the logging of the great forest of Numenor. And there may be some truth raid in this raid, as the Kifi Kifi raid can translate to nobility, and their clan signature, a proud dia, speaks of times when clans were once more powerful and dignified. Legend speaks clans raid moved south raid in the Great Exodus after the destruction of the Great Forest and found sanctuary among the Durindane. Perhaps it is this friendship raid that transformed them into skilled archers who stalk through the forest unseen. Once secured, the clan seats can be mustered. This clan seat can muster a Kafi. So it's pretty much the fucking Endaway right there faction. If you claim this place, it will give you the option, right, to have more units. The same as the Rune campaign. The Rune campaign is you've got to go capture these certain towns to be able to get access to their certain units, and it's the same with Edawith. By the looks of it, really do need a new chair. Or just some WD-40. Honestly, because I didn't fully build a chair, I just left the arms off because my room's small enough I can't actually afford to have like much stuff that restricts my movement rate in my room. So I left the chairs off, and because I've left the arms off the chair, it's kind of ruined the structural integrity rate of the chair. But it is what it is. Though there's not much left right of this video, unfortunately. I do retrain a few bad guys, I build a few more buildings.
Yes, my lord.
But yeah, no. So it is what it is, right? I think I end a few more turns. I don't think I really deal any battles for anything. I believe I get sieged at Eisenrun. Yep. which luckily has just got some walls.
I'm gonna stick you. Have a taste of my blade.
And same with their Karas, right? They've got walls. Now, it's going to be a bit of a faff fun to deal with all them, but I think this is roughly where I wrap everything up. Right? Yeah. I wrap more or less everything up here, and say goodbye, because it is most of what I've got to do now is I'm just trying to get some more money. Because I need to wipe out Isengard. I think I'm more or less halfway there in number of properties I've got left. Well, like settlements that are, pardon me, on. But the problem is I need to go and get them all. I need to just wipe out Isengard. I think that is Isengard and Dunedain. Right, gotta wipe out those two. Not really a war with Dunedain, not yet anyway. So I don't have to deal with them so much. But I can, if I wipe out Isengard, that restricts a lot of Dunedain's movement. It gives us a little bit of breather, right? And that's probably what I'll do. After I wipe out Isengard, I'll probably skip a few turns off screen. Or if I do show them on screen, right, it'll be just fast forward and then just showing is just slowly building up me economy, building up everything else, you know. Other than that, there's not much I will be doing. And I think that is all I'm talking about here at this point, right? So I'm going to end this video here. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please do leave a like, comment and subscribe. And without further ado, bye bye.